listening to the Topic and the Unfiltered podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's listen in.
I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
No.
Do you have a preference?
No.
Do you want your door shut?
Yes, close the door, curtain.
These new here?
Ah.
Redecorating?
Yeah, redecorating.
Amazing.
Whee! All right, it's all going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. How are ya?
I'm good.
Oh, Cat John
Tom's
in the
nervous.
house. Huh?
Tom's nervous.
I'm not nervous. I just
kidding.
hope everything works. Oh my God, how are
Should
ya?
we check that it's actually working?
Nah, let's just let's just go for it.
That's you.
Can you hear everything?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can. Should I
There's-
bring this closer to me?
if you want, if you can. This is like it's Cat's like my Cat's like my first guest, like proper guest. I've set up one of my rooms into like a full podcasting, and I've got no idea.
You're fully testing it on me.
Testing it on Kitty Cat. One thing we know for sure is that the audio is going to work.
It's going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the video doesn't, then
But that video's not. Wait, I'm just going to check something.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. Can you hear in your headphones?
I think so. Yeah, I can.
No, it's going. It's all right.
It is. Yeah, it might just be trying to catch up.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, so cool. All right, guys, welcome to the Tommy Candy Unfiltered podcast. I have one of my dearest friends on, Cat John, and I had this Cat. I had this whole idea, right? That the way that I'm going to have guests come in is that they walk in, but they don't realise
That it's on.
That it's on already.
Oh.
But then you're fucking early.
Oh.
You're like 5 minutes early. And I
Because
even
you know
text
what?
you.
Because I thought he'll be fucking around. I'll get there early. So then we can fuck around together.
Yeah.
And then it'll work.
No,
but you had it
fucked
ready.
it up. I had it ready. So there was this whole thing. That's my whole thing, right? Well,
I like that.
yeah. So people walk in and then they're like, "Oh, is it recording already?" And then I'm like, "Yeah." And then we start.
You'll catch some of. You'll catch them in their truth.
Yeah, I know.
Beforehand.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for fucking up that whole thing. It's my first one, and you already fucked it up.
Awesome. That's what I'm here for. I'm just sending Steve vibes.
Oh shit! So, for those of you that don't know, me and Kat are like we're fucking good buddies. We're really
good
close buddies, and we live very close to each other, and it's so cool when we've got this little family thing going on, don't we? Where
100%.
as soon as we see each other pretty much every day.
Yeah. It's weird if we don't.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's like if I turn up to your house and like there's shit going on in my life and I'm trying to hide it, you and Steve just take one look at me. You're like, dude, what the fuck is going on with you? And I reckon it's so confronting having friends like that because you can't hide.
You can't hide.
Nah.
You can't hide.
Nah. It's
But you're the same with us too.
100%.
Yeah. You'll come up to me like, so, kitty cat, bad mood, are we? I'm like, fuck off, Tom.
And you know what? With you, because we just live so close together and we know everything about each other. Sometimes, like, there's moments where I sit back and I look at your life, and you probably do the same to me, but I look at your life and I'm like, fuck, man, this chick has done so well. And one of the things that I love about you, and I really like, what's the word? I just can't get my head around is how fucking consistent you are with the way that you follow your dreams. It's like you're just consistent.
Okay, tell me more, because I clearly have my own perceptions of myself.
Yeah.
So to hear this reflected back is actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, one of my at the moment, one of the things that I'm really struggling with is getting back on social media.
Yeah.
This is just an example.
Yep.
And over the last how long? Like, do you reckon 8 years, 10 years?
Since I've been like doing my
Active,
business.
yeah, doing your
it'd
business,
be 10 years since inception.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'd probably say in terms of the consistency you're talking about, it's probably been 8 years.
8 years, yeah. But it's like you are relentless. Like I've seen you have many fucking blow ups and you know, those moments where it's like, you know, do I keep going? What am I actually doing? But you're consistent. You're just so consistent with just moving through. And and that's one of the things I look at you and I'm like, how can you not be successful if you're not consistent?
Yeah. Steve and I were just talking about this today.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, we went for a walk along the canal and we were talking about the exact same thing.
Yeah.
About consistency.
Yeah.
And
so what in what way were you talking about?
Exactly this in business.
Yeah.
And how, I guess, like I believe every one of us has their own something inside of them.
Yeah.
Like you have your own version of yours. I have my own version of mine. And we got to give energy to it. And if we give kind of like part-time energy to it or casual position energy to it, then what we're going to get back is casual shit back, part-time position back. But those, I guess, who we deem successful, yeah, it's a full-time thing. If we want to make it a full-time thing, then it's got to be a full-time thing. But it's funny because I will openly say, and I have on my own stuff and podcasts, that I am my inner critic is such an asshole. Like, that's why hearing you even say that is like, it's really nice to hear that, because I'm like, that part of me, the inner critic ego part of me is, you got to be doing more. You should be doing more. You should be bigger than what you are now. You haven't had a big growth spurt again. Like, where's your next growth spurt? You're becoming irrelevant. You're becoming insignificant. Like, those stories are very much at the ready.
And they're so true, aren't they, when you think about it?
Yeah.
Seriously, when it's happening in your head.
Oh, yeah. They
those
feel
little
completely
critics,
real.
They're so fucking true.
Yeah.
And they feel, and it's almost like when you're going for something that you believe in, that's your journey, it's almost like it seems like going towards your dreams is like, why would you do it if you're going to fuck it up anyway?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what's the use?
I'm guessing that's your self-talk.
Oh, Kat, do you know, like, even setting up this, you being here and setting this up, because Kat very well knows with me, my mantra is, I'll do it tomorrow. It's just fucking on every day. I'll do it tomorrow. And then I knew Kat we were meant to do it last week, but I knew Kat was coming today. And I'm like, all right, there's only so much time, Tommy, you can fucking waste.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to work out the camera's working, the fucking audio's working.
Yeah.
This is a big deal for me.
Yeah, it is a big deal for you. And do you know what? Today, like, fuck yeah, exactly. You're a fucking legend, because today I was going to message you and go, what time today? And I'm like, no, I'm going to let Tommy be powerful, because of, you know, my stuff can be controlling and be like, what's happening today? La, 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 la. But I'm like, no, Tom is a powerful person. He will let me know. But you know what? There was a part of me, because I do know you so well, I'm like, I wonder if he's going to say, today doesn't work and can we do it another day?
Oh, don't worry. That text was ready to fucking go. It was ready to go. Holy shit.
Oh, I love it.
But also, what I was thinking about as I was setting this all up, I had this little moment come in where I'm like, imagine if you don't do this. Like, you don't actually go through with it, set it all up properly and whatever, and in 10 years' time, you're doing exactly the same shit.
Yeah.
But then I had this other cool thing. I was like, imagine in 5-10 years, my podcast or we've got a TV show,
Yeah.
which is something I've always wanted to do, and that's fully going on.
And this is the next best step. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the cameras, the mucking around, drafting the text. Can we do this tomorrow? And then not sending that text. These are all the next best steps that none of us really want to take because that part of us just starts to flare up and say, like, this is a waste of time, Tommy.
And this table fell over. So look, I've got a
I actually am like, why is that there? I'm like, that'll be there for a reason.
because the microphones are too heavy. And so this table fell over.
Oh my
so
God,
I've got a
I
box
love it.
under the table.
Fucking
There's
love it.
so many this fucking thing. So that the cord.
Oh, that's why that's there. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Oh, so good. But yeah, it is. It's like having this, even just being here chatting to you is pretty fucking cool.
Yep.
And for those of you, I mean, most of my listeners would know who you are, Cat John, but just in case you forgot, Cat John, how you going? Your name's Cat John. But yeah, so on this whole thing of going for what you believe in, do you reckon what you're living now, is that where you thought you'd end up?
Oh, good question. In terms of it's a good question. So if I take myself back to being a nurse and that time when I was in chronic pain and I got myself out of chronic pain, there was this moreness that was calling me forward, this pull, which I spoke about on my podcast today. This Cat, we want to serve humanity in a way that is very true to us. And I had no freaking idea what it looked like. I just knew that something was calling me forward. So very similar to you as to what you were talking about. But as I took the next best step, so for example, I went to a Doreen Virtue Angel Intuitive course in the Gold Coast, and I remember seeing her sit up on stage, and there was a room probably full of 700 people. We were all there for 3 days. And then she just took us through. She guided us to close our eyes. There was this beautiful music playing. She guided us into a meditation. And I said to myself, I want to do that one day. So as I started to take the next best steps toward this pull, I started to get visions. I started to get clarity, or gosh, that's what I would love to do. I'd love to hold space for this many people. I'd love to be able to guide a meditation and know what the frick to say. You know, how do you even guide a meditation? How do you even know what to say? How do you know what music to play? Like, they were all the questions that I was asking myself, but I just got these glimpses that then, propelled me forward into, okay, well, if I want to do that, then again, what's my next best step? And I guess, every time I took it, something else revealed. And then this vision then started to form. Like, I remember I wanted my social media community. I don't want to see it as a following, but I wanted it to be like a fucking army of legends. You know, that I had their back, they had my back, we had each other's back, sir. And I mean, that's now what I got, you know, but that took a lot of time to build. So in answer to your question, yes, it is, but it didn't come in like one vision and then that was it. It formed over each step that I took forward. Yeah.
Have you read The Artist's Way?
I haven't.
No.
I've read her other book.
What's her other book?
The way, the
Whatever it is.
Right. Yeah. It's about listening. Yeah, it's about listening.
I think, right.
I think it's like the way of listening.
The way of listening.
Something like that.
Yeah. Because I'm reading The Artist's Way at the moment, and it talks about daily morning ritual of writing and we learned this thing off William Whitecloud doing spirit guides. So it seems it's quite similar, but I did my first morning ritual writing this morning. It's something different because when you do the same shit over and over again, you're just like, is this still working?
Yeah,
Like, I need
yeah,
something
yeah,
different.
yeah.
And it was so cool what came out. This just my writings this morning. It wasn't anything blow away. It was nothing. It was just the simplicity of writing and getting the shit out of my head and putting it on paper. And do you reckon putting pen to paper, is it better than writing on your laptop?
I believe, for me anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
I think feeling it's like a sensory experience. You've got your pen in your hand, you've got the texture of the paper, the texture of the pen touching the paper. You're able to visually see it, which I know is the same on a laptop, but I never use laptops or my phones for anything to do with manifestation or dream stuff or journaling. It's always, I've got books upon books upon books.
It's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I felt like the ink that was coming out of the pen was my dirty insides going onto the page.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like an actual thing of releasing stuff. Yeah,
It's a cool way to see that.
I know. It was cool. And because you wrote a book. Kat wrote a book.
Thank you. I did. Yeah.
You fucking wrote a book.
I wrote a goddamn book.
Holy
I did.
shit.
Yeah.
And how long did it take to write? It was like 6 or 8 months, wasn't it?
It was.
'Cause it was a daily thing.
It was a daily thing.
Yeah.
From the time they reached out to when it was ready, or structural edits were ready, it turned out to be a year.
Yeah.
But I reckon the writing time was 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
About the book?
Just about having it done, published on Penguin. That's fucking big deal, dude.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big deal. There's many parts, many things that I feel about it based upon the different parts that are talking inside of me.
Yeah.
So one part is super proud and like almost in disbelief. I kind of thought it was when I'm 50 I'll write my first book, or when I'm 50 I'll write a book with a publisher like that. So there's a part that's really proud in disbelief. There's another part that is like, you're a loser. Just another book on the shelves that no one's going to fucking read.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
It's, that there's a cousin part to that of, well, didn't hit the New York Times bestseller, so what a fucking waste of your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really vulnerable thing to do. Like you, I've got my podcast. I've got my different channels in way of expressing myself. But for some reason, to have something in a book that you can't change unless you write a second book that comes straight off the back of it, that then upgrades whatever you've written in the first one. Yeah, it's like, what goes in here? What do I want in here? And when I die and future generations read that book, like what do I want to leave in here that I'm happy to have in ink for all of time?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the parts that are proud, parts that are super well done, and the parts of, well, if it's not super successful, then this was a waste. There's opposites inside of me that are having a little chat.
Yeah. I find it interesting that just from the way you're talking, then it doesn't matter whether you've got like a book, you published on Penguin, whatever, or you're just trying to get a fucking podcast to get one of your best mates on and have everything ready to go. You have it's the same emotions, exactly the same emotions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll always say that, and that's what I say in my book, like which is about authenticity. I think the realest thing is that I've ever learned is, no matter what, this incessant little motherfucker inside of us is not going to give up the relentless chat.
That voice. Oh.
That is so desperately trying to protect you from looking like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Trying to protect me from looking like an idiot. and will say just about anything to not make you do this podcast or me to write that book.
Or for whoever's listening to take up that whatever.
Yeah, take a class, like leave your work, leave your relationship, get back into love, whatever it might be. And so it's then learning how to manage that, navigate that, because it is that will kill dreams.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know what? And then I talked to your husband, Steve, who's one
Your
of my best
best mate.
Yeah, my best mate. And he's got this weird outlook, which I totally get. It's basic, it's like the something formula or the something theory, where basically it doesn't matter what the fuck you do in your life, you're going to get to the end of your life and die anyway. So what the fuck's the use? Is that
What is it? Is it?
It's something theory.
It's not nihilism, is it?
Is it nihilism?
Is it nihilism?
I think so.
Because I know he mainly talks about hedonic adaptation and nihilism.
I think
it's nihilism where there's like no meaning to anything.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes sense as well.
It's true.
But then regardless, wouldn't you rather like push yourself to get to the nothingness than just to float there? I don't know. I mean, that's what I look at. And isn't it funny how with you and Steve, and similar to me and Nick, you guys are so fucking different, and me and Nick are so fucking different.
Yeah.
And how we've just made all this work.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty, because I've seen with Kat, not many people would see this, but man, I've walked into their house and fuck me, when Kat's angry. Oh, Jesus.
Tell us about it. Tell me your direct experience of me when I'm in my shit.
It's not an actual... It is an experience. It's like you walk in and you feel like you've walked into 100 of the fucking sharpest knives and she hasn't even said anything. It's fucking...
I know.
Full on. But at the same point, one thing that I really love and respect about you and Steve... is that you go through, you're not a perfect couple.
Nah.
And you know, I mean, you're probably a little bit more fucked up than Steve is. No, but you're obviously not a perfect couple. But one of the things I respect about you guys is you definitely make shit work. Like afterwards, you guys have your hard conversations.
Definitely.
Which you've talked about on the podcast as well. You and Steve do a podcast together as well. But but see, with me and Nick, it's very different. It's like we have an altercation and we all love Nick. She's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, Nickinator.
The Nickinator.
Yep.
But one of the things that Nick is incredibly honest about, she's got zero interest in doing any type of, of digging.
None.
Any type of...
Not at all.
And I love her for it.
Yeah, that's ownership.
It's ownership. She owns it. She doesn't pretend that this... She's just like, well, this is who I am. And you know what? I'll fucking love her till whenever. But if she one day decides to do any work, I'll fucking celebrate that. Yeah. But I'll celebrate her how she is.
Yeah.
So I don't get to have conversations after we argue. I just get to crawl into my little hole and fucking peek out when it's safe to come out.
Oh my God, that is gold.
Which one would you prefer?
Oh my. Well, it's true because, I mean, the Steve and I we don't go in terms of like have fights or arguments, but fuck, our conversations are like, it's bone on bone.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you give us an example?
I mean...
You don't have to go...
No. It's just like, okay, so for example, last night Steve went out and I have an issue with being at home alone.
Yeah.
It's my issue. It's something that I've worked on last year and was a bit better at. And it's only at nighttime. At nighttime, I have like, my mind goes crazy and it links back to my childhood abuse stuff. And my logic goes fully out the window and I'm in my head basically preparing to die, right? My body is preparing for we're going to die. Something bad's going to happen. So Steve went out. He said in my head, which I believe is true, he said he'll be home at 10:30 because he was going to eat pizza before Bubba Pizza closed. So that's why I knew he said 10:30. Anyway, he was enjoying himself, which was awesome. I didn't want to be a drainer, but I'm like, can you just give me some time frame as to when you'll be home, because I'm finding it hard to sleep.
And this was a text while he was out.
This was a text.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that person that's a drainer to kill his fun. I don't want to be the person that can't be at home on her own. In my mind at present, I just need a time frame. Anyway, he was cool. I was cool. But this morning I came downstairs guarded. Like I was not, usually I come downstairs and I come and give him a cuddle because we sleep separately.
Yeah.
And I didn't this morning. And straight away, which is what I love about Steve, he goes, "You're not happy with me." And I just shook my head. And he said, "Come on, come in for a cuddle." And I came for a cuddle, but I was like hugging his leg. I basically didn't want to fucking touch him.
You still wanted him to go, or you still wanted to have the fight?
I wasn't ready to soften.
Yeah.
Wasn't ready to soften. And then we kind of went throughout our day, and then he just came into the bathroom before when I was getting ready to come here. And he said, "The real conversation that we need to have is why you're this uncomfortable at home on your own." He said, you're not a drainer. You weren't a drainer, but you definitely have some work to do on this, or further work to do on this, because I know you don't want to be like that. And I don't want you to be like that either. I want you to be at home and be someone that can fall asleep. And I come home, because, I mean, he rarely ever goes out, right? So it's things like that where he could, in his own mind, go, "Oh, I won't bring the topic up. It's touchy for her, too sensitive. I won't go there. I don't want to start a fight. It might start a fight with her." But instead, he comes in and he has the chat.
Yeah. And it's hard to do.
Seriously.
For guys... And I reckon not most women, I'm not generalising, I sort of am, but in my experience, when females or your partner or your wife or whatever has that guarded energy, it's scary to step into that. So kudos
and that's
to
good
Steve.
That's beautiful to hear that from a male perspective, to hear that it's scary to go into that, right? And I know, as you perfectly said, when my guard's up, like, I'm a see you next Tuesday, right? That's the end. I'm an Ice Queen. I'm Elsa from Ice Queen. You basically don't exist to me.
Yeah.
You know, when that energy is up. So to be able to penetrate it, which is what Steve is fucking awesome at. You know, I was kind of standing in the bathroom going, I could make up a million excuses, a million reasons why I need to know. And instead I'm like, yeah, I know. And whilst I do that work, I said to him, in the interim, what I need is some kind of time frame. If I knew you were coming home at 1 a.m., I would have tried to have gone to sleep. But in my head, you said 10:30. So what I need right now is communication. If the plan changes, if you let me know, then I can do my things in the background. So yeah, that's just one example.
Yeah, it's a great example.
An honest conversation was required. Or we could have left it, and I would have, in my own self, felt like a drainer and continued to be annoyed at Steve. And then he might feel like I'm a drainer and get his guard up because he's like, "Oh, God, can't I just go out and have fun?" Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was the most literal recent example.
I like that one.
Yep.
And I don't know, I reckon, you know what? Can we just take that a little further?
Go for it.
Because communication, it's easy to say communication is key, but in my experience, what I really struggle with in terms of communication is that where is that communication coming from? Because I reckon what I naturally go towards is if I'm in a challenge or an argument or some type of I don't know, friction, my communication naturally comes from a manipulative place where I want to communicate something to get out of the friction, to get out of the resistance.
Yeah, nice.
But what I've found is that when I'm just communicating my honest, not even truth, but my honest experience of what I'm in, then it doesn't matter what comes back. I'm just explaining my experience or communicating my experience of how I'm in that moment.
Yes.
And that sort of works for me. Yeah.
That's powerful.
Because I've found, as I said before, previously, I put myself into a habit of communicating out of manipulation to either get what I want or to get out of what I don't want.
Yeah. Whoa,
Yeah.
Fuck, I love that honesty. That is epic honest. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. There you go, eh? Truth has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We're laughing because I got tears. I just think I hit a fucking truth.
That you hit like a massive truth then.
Yeah.
And this is what we do as friends.
It's so
when we
good.
fucking cry, we
I
laugh
know.
and
Fuck, thanks.
that
Cool.
was epic.
Yeah.
Like I actually saw that moment and what that did.
Oh, I might have to listen back to that so I
Holy
remember
shit.
it.
What came up with that?
I don't know. It was just truth. Like I think I had a realization as
That
I
that's
was
what
saying,
you did. That's what you've done.
as I was saying, I had a realization that fuck, that is a fucking massive growth moment. For
Yeah.
me.
And how
Yeah.
much, like, can you imagine how much energy then has gone into that manipulation
Yeah.
to either get what you want or get out of what you don't want?
Yeah.
That was the last part of what you said.
I know.
That was it. It was the last part. I was like, holy fucking shit, he's really owning. He is taking ownership to the next level.
Oh fuck! And you
Yeah.
know what? So I'm learning how to act as well and how to let tears down.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm actually acting right now.
You're a fucking idiot.
That was all planned.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah. But yeah. It's so I mean, look, it's such a having people in your life that you can communicate with in a really honest manner. Because one of the things that I'm really proud of with our friendship group is there's good parts and bad parts, because the good parts are it's such a protected fucking little bubble that we have. You know, there's about maybe 6 of us in this little family group. And we all hold each other accountable and, you know, we're there for each other. But fuck, it's hard to get into, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't. That's the bad part, that we're so... We're fucking judgy fucks in some way. Don't you reckon? In some ways we are. We're just judgy fucks. We're fucking...
Elitists. We're better than everyone.
Because we have tough conversations. If you don't have tough conversations, you're not allowed in. You fucking unspiritual cunt.
Oh my God, Tommy Kendi.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Have you been hanging out with Nathan too much?
I know.
But it is beautiful. I do love that. Like, say, for example, when Brad comes down or Nathan comes down and you walk into the room and you can have the most evsy conversations with one another, but if you walk into the room, you're like, you're off.
Totally.
Something's going on.
Something's going on.
Nothing's good with your
Yeah.
relationship. And
Yeah.
it's like, it actually, like, it's a lot and it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's a lot and it's refreshing. But at the same time, we can also have like the lamest conversations ever and be judgy motherfuckers.
Totally.
Yeah, but
100%.
we own that we're being judgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, another thing I wanted to talk to you about, which I haven't really talked to you about in depth, but I'm like super keen to get your true take on being a stepmom. Now that I'm a dad, I know the struggles, and you've been a stepmom now for
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
And man, I've seen you go through growth after growth after growth. But also, I've also seen what you've injected into that family in terms of the goodness that you've injected into that family. And so, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's fine to ask, but do you actually enjoy being a stepmom, or would you rather not have it?
Again, it's going to depend which part you ask.
Yeah.
Right? So I know that if I left this family, it would be out of ego.
Yeah.
If I left and pressed, see you later, the eject button. I was going to say ejaculate. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. The eject button, it would be because I have not wanted my soul to grow, my experience as a human to grow. And there have been many times I've wanted to leave. Many times I've wanted to leave, but I know it has come from running away. So in answer to your question, like in truth, in all honest truth, which my ego fucking hates that I answer it this way, I'm so glad that I've had this experience because they have, without them even knowing, made me heal things that I didn't know I needed healed. They have made me look at myself and the way that I show up in just like, Kat, just be yourself. Just be yourself. So, even dealing with Steve's ex-wife and all the stuff that goes on there, I've really been called to how do I want to contribute to this family in a way that serves them and not separates them even further.
Yeah.
Because I think it can be really easy as a step parent to add fuel to the fire, to not think of anyone else's best interest and only mine and Steve's, for example. And so it's called upon what is my heart's truth here and what would be for the benefit of the entire family, which has often meant that I've come last place in some instances. It's meant that I've needed Steve to step up, and I've asked him to step up, and it's meant that we've had to have hard conversations with the girls. It's meant that we've needed to put boundaries in that we know they're not going to like. It's been fucking hard. Let's just put it in 2 words. But yeah, I'm glad that I have been gifted this experience. I do believe it's been a gift.
You're fucking good at it. No, you are, dude. Man, fuck me. You're so good at it. Yeah. And I see, and it's weird because you do have this motherly instinct. You've got this, you've got a natural, it's a motherly instinct. What's the word? Some people have it like, oh fuck, what is it? When you're good with kids, it's not motherly instinct. It's
what is
fucking maternal.
Maternal, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
You do have a maternal nature, and you've got stepkids. Now you've got kid Winter, little Winter.
Yeah,
she's but guys, with my daughter, Kat is like so.
I'm
good
her
with
speech therapist.
Pretty much.
Yeah, she just watches my mouth talk when I talk to her. I fucking love that kid.
I know, very cute. But yeah, it's like it's like you can use that maternal instinct
Yeah.
for everything. It's
Yeah.
that feminine
Yes.
goodness.
Yes, 100%. And look, like, I don't know, like my brother has, he's given his sperm to his two friends who are lesbian and they've had a baby. And then you've had your baby.
Yeah, wait. With your brother,
Yeah.
did he just blow in a cup and how did he do it? Or was it like,
I don't know.
don't know?
I don't know what he did,
He
but
did
I know
actually-
that they like,
Oh, the basting.
they did the basting. They didn't have to do IVF with it.
Right.
Yeah, and it was first go. It worked.
So he blew and then she stuck
No,
it up.
because
there.
I think it was kept in whatever refrigeration they need to keep it
Yeah.
in, because then she went in to get it inseminated,
Ah,
but
right.
not with the whole IVF stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Just based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe with a
It was like a long syringe thing,
long syringe thing. Yeah.
but
yeah.
in rooms,
In
not
rooms,
at home.
Yeah.
Wasn't an at home job.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Um,
So you got
So
your
yeah,
brother.
there's like lots of, babies around me. And like, don't get me wrong, there's sometimes I there's a part of me that does wonder, like, what would it be like to have my own kid? I do. And I've been told by many readers before that there is a boy, a soul boy, that I know his name is Leo. I know his name is Leo, who's up in the stars, that I have complete choice as to whether that is my experience in this lifetime. It's not a must have. It is he's there. And, every now and then I wonder, every now and then I have a dream about it. I had a dream about it the other night. But the desire to go ahead and do it is not super strong.
Super strong.
It's not like I have to do this in
Yeah.
this lifetime.
Surely you would see me with the struggles I'm going through with the winter and fuck, man.
I just don't know if I can. That's
know.
the part I don't know
It's
if I
a
can do
lot.
it.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Because obviously, when you go into situations like having a fucking kid, your ability to your ability to deal with shit,
Yeah.
it expands.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's funny because let's say I'll spend 6 hours with Winter, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking after her through the day and I've got her for 6-7 hours and I'll be so fucking over it.
Yeah.
And I'll come to you and Steve's place.
Yep.
And then you guys will be with Winter for maybe, you guys are unbelievable with her. But after like 10, 15 minutes, I
Yeah.
see you guys like,
Done.
all right, I'm fucking done. I'm like, oh my God, I've had this cunt for fucking 7 hours. And after 15 minutes, you're like, you're bothering my fucking happy space. Fuck off. I'm getting angry
And
at
it's
you.
true.
Oh, I'm fucking pissed off at you that you won't just take her for like at least.
But then that's
20
what
minutes.
I was like, right? When you had no kid,
Yeah.
and then Ali and Mia were young, and you'd be fucking toddling off, doing your little Tommy Candy thing, going for dips, getting your coffee, having the whatever life you
Yeah.
wanted to have, and I'd be like, you selfish motherfucker.
Oh,
You know,
so
you can
good.
eat when you want, you can do whatever you want,
Yeah.
you can, and so now you're probably like seeing Ali and Mia being 18 and 16 and
Yeah.
going, I fucking hate you.
Oh,
Take my
totally.
kid for the whole day, please. Why can't you?
It's very funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I care for the girls. Like Ali was away for the weekend, and Steve and I don't get any free time anymore.
Yeah.
And the house is empty. We get the house to ourselves, and then there's this like, fuck, it feels empty,
Yeah.
and so it's those times when I'm like, I know I love these girls.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I know I do. Where I think about them and I go out and about and I'm like, oh, Ali would love that, or Mia would love that, but then in the same breath, well, then when I see their face and then they've been in my face for X amount of time, I'm like, I fucking hate you now. It's such a, it's a tricky, beautiful dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch on. I fucking love you.
I love you too.
I want to keep going. This could go for so
I know.
much
We
longer.
we should just jam it out.
I know.
Get Steve on together next time, and the three of us. Let's just jam it out.
What I want to do. I'd love to
Like
get,
rotate us.
No, I'd love to get like the whole crew on.
Oh,
Imagine
my God.
that. So if it was like you, me, we'll get Nick on.
That would
Nick
be
as well.
hilarious.
We'll get SJ.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
If we could get Brad,
Oh.
Nath, like the whole, and we just have a full fucking
Jam session.
and then I'll chuck it on my podcast. You chuck it on yours. It'll be so fucking cool.
So good.
Yeah.
Jam session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon. What was that? It was a good fucking, I don't know, 40 minutes or whatever.
Solid.
That's solid, man.
Solid.
I was thinking, how long do we make this? And you could keep keep going.
Yeah.
But you're boring me.
Just for that, I'm going to go wake up your fucking kid.
I know. I love you, Kat. Thanks for coming on. Guys, Kat John, welcome.
Thanks,
Yay.
Tony.
See you guys later. Mwah.